Well, here with Nolan Clark and Virginio Rango Gonzalez as Glenwood is on to the state tournament. Gentlemen, I can tell this means a lot to you. Try to put into words what it means to have this opportunity. How do you now go into state, Nolan?
You know, we started really quickly today, put 2 goals the first 6 minutes. From there, we scored our 3rd goal in the end of the first. From there, we just put in the cruise control, put up 1 more. And as a senior captain, I couldn't be more proud of us. The last few years, you know, we've been short 1 game, and now we have 3 more to go, and then we'll win the state championship.
V, how we feeling?
Excited. I could tell we had really much fun. We were confident, relaxed. Those first 2 goals made a big impact on the game, which carried it out to taking a 4-0 lead by the end of the game. And other than that, just excited, proud of everyone, and my captains. They play a huge role in this team.
Nolan, knowing as a senior too, knowing this is your last shot and being painfully close 2 years ago, painfully close last year, how much sweeter does this year feel compared to the last 2 years?
You know, I try not to feel, I feel grateful right now, but I try to be satisfied. We're on to the next right now.
You started, a goal in like 4 minutes. So you put your team on the board. What did you see there? What made that happen?
You know, I really saw it. He had outside leverage, cut inside. From there, V took his guy, and I put it inside the net.
V, you end up finding the net a couple times, once early and then once late. What were you seeing? What were you doing offensively that allowed that to happen?
Mostly I was checking my line, and perfect timing pretty much, and beautiful ball by Severn on that last goal, which got us that amazing pass and goal, and just perfect timing pretty much.
3 different guys score goals for you tonight. I know that's kind of been a thing throughout the year where it hasn't been just one dude. How important do you think that's been for you guys to have balance offensively?
I feel it's super important. Like, I feel in past years we've been shut down. Obviously, Caden Johnson last year, huge part of our team, has all the records in our school. He was just shut down last year. We lost our midfielder and we were shut down. So I feel like the diversity is really, really needed.
On to state now. It doesn't seem like you guys are happy just getting there. What's it going to take to do what you want to do there next week?
Cannot be content. We have to keep pushing and just got to stay healthy and get a lot of sleep.
V, goals and expectations for next week?
Honestly, dial in every time we practice. Even if it's just practice, if it's just light or hard practice, dial in, give it 110% all the time, and stay confident and believe in your ability to play the ball, communicate with the team, and that pretty much wins you games with confidence and a good team.
Gentlemen, congrats.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, you guys are headed to state. Yes, I can only imagine how this feels, but I got to ask, how's it feel? Where are the thoughts at right now?
It feels great. You know, it's a relief. This is the 3rd time. You know, we've been in the sub-state final. 2 years ago, we had a tough match against LC. Last year, had a tough match against Perry. This is the first time we've had this sub-state final at home since 2014. So it means a lot to these guys. I reminded them of that in the locker room before, that, hey, guys, this doesn't happen very often, right? You know, we got to make sure that we take advantage of everything you've done all season to get this high seed and get this home match, right? And so I think that weighed on the guys a little bit, and they knew how important it was to make sure we came out fast. And not just playing fast, but moving the ball, taking control, making the right passes, getting our touches down. And in that first 10 minutes, we put ourselves in great positions to score, and we put in 2 in the first, 5 or 6 minutes, which was perfect, which is how we wanted to start. Our communication dropped a little bit, but we were able to put 1 in before half, and then second half we were just a little off, but had to make some adjustments with personnel, and we got that last one. We should have had a couple more. We had some point-blank shots in the second half. We didn't finish, but hey, put ourselves in the right spot, and I'm happy for these boys because they've been through a lot. And so for them to come out where they are, I'm so happy for them.
You mentioned the last 2 years being
Yep.
right there.
Yep.
I mean, how much better does this year feel compared to 2022, 2023?
So 2022, it was kind of a weird year. We went in and played LC undefeated, lost by 1, and we just dropped in the rankings. We could never make it back up for some reason. Our only loss that season was to Sioux City North in extra time, overtime, right? So with the way the seedings worked, we had to go to LC to play. And they were a great team last year, right? They won state. And so I knew we had a really good team in 22. It's just somehow we ended up in LC's bracket, and that's what happens. And then last year we had to go to Perry. And they were a good team last year. It really hurt us as a team. Court broke his leg. last year in that Denison game, and so we were kind of discombobulated in the midfield at that point, and Caden Johnson did everything he could to will us to that game. It's just we had a couple errors on the back line last year, and that's how Perry scored. So, but for this year to get the opportunity to do this here in front of family, in front of the people who supported me as a coach since 16 when we had the down years, is awesome. You can't ask for much more.
Like you said, fast start, 2 goals, first 5 minutes,
Yep.
and then able to just kind of hold on from there. What stood out to you offensively tonight?
The way that Jace and V were making their runs, they weren't making simple straight runs. They were changing up their runs and creating space. They were really making their back line communicate and make sure they were both covered at that time. And that's, I don't know if it was a third goal where Court was able to pin it to, I don't know if it was the second or third goal. Can't remember which one it was, but he was able to find Jace. I believe it was the third goal. And that ball was created by Jason V making the runs that they made and Court find them. So that was beautiful. And after that, you know, we tried to make those same runs, but they had adjusted and we didn't. And so finally we were able to break through for that 4th goal.
On to state now.
Yes.
You know, Cristiano, you're going to face yet, but I know, like, in talking with Noah and V, not just happy to be there. What's it going to take to do what you guys want to do next week?
Discipline. We have to be disciplined. We have some breakdowns, especially in that Lewis Central game. Not in Lewis Central game, excuse me. In Denison, we have some breakdowns on their back line. Against AL last week in that 5-1 thrashing, boy, we had some breakdowns that we've been working on since then, getting those guys in tune with each other and making sure that we don't have those breakdowns, making sure that we're communicating and we're making sure that everyone's covered up if we do get disconnected and we get caught on a counter.
Congrats, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it.